It's Michael from GotchaRocks.com, and today I wanted to show you how to use a Lortone tumbler. And what we're going to do is we're going to use steel shot today, and I'm going to show you how to mix up the solution, and it should be great for any type of ring that you've just cast, or if you're fabricating pieces for like, you know, when a silver ring or something like that, and you have all these little intricate pieces, you can put this in, let it tumble, and it'll polish everything up really nicely. And then you can put your piece together and you'll have very little cleanup. So it's just like one of the tools you can use to increase your productivity. Okay everybody, so today I have the this model of this tumbler is Lortone model 45C. I've been using this one for quite a while. I actually have 3 of them. This is the drum that fits on top, and what happens is it just rotates and it has steel shot inside, and it just like burnishes everything until it's a nice high polish. So let me show you how to open this up. First step is we're going to unscrew the cap here, a little screw. Then you have a washer, and then this is the lid. And here's a little trick to getting the lid off. Take your washer, go like this, right off. Next, we have the rubber gasket around here, and then inside we have steel shot. Now there's a few different types of shot that you can use. There's stuff that's made out of pieces of walnut, porcelain, steel. So it just depends on what you're doing. If you're doing metal, I highly recommend the steel shot. If you're working with stones and things like that and you're polishing those, it's kind of a different genre of things, but that would be for like porcelain. Porcelain pellets will polish up stones. So anyways, different video. So first step is we're going to put a little water in here, and we just want to add enough water that it just covers the steel shot. All right, so we'll get some close-ups of that. All right, so we have our steel shot, and I recommend putting this on a towel when you're not using it, and just let it dry out. This is made out of stainless steel, so it's not going to rust like the old steel shot used to just rust up terribly. So anyways, to do this, what I like to do first is just add some water, and I just cover maybe ½ an inch over the steel shot. Okay. Next, I'm using sunshine burnishing compound, and I just put, you know, they say to use 2.5 to 3 ounces per gallon. You could pre-mix this if you wanted. I usually just put a couple capfuls of this in. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is the way I do it, and it works pretty well. And what this does is, if you have sterling silver pieces, it makes sure that there isn't going to be any oxidation happening. So you won't like put your pieces in and pull them out and everything's black. So I have 2 rings that I've been working on. I just this is the sprue marks where I cut them off, and they're kind of rough looking. I did polish this one up just a little bit. This is rose gold, this is yellow, and we're going to put them into the tumbler. So just go like that, and just go in reverse, and we're going to put everything back together. Make sure that you don't have any steel shot stuck up here in these back corners here. And this will snap down. Just gently press it down. Next is the lid. That fits over. Kind of push it down on all like 4 corners. Add your steel washer. Here's the little thing. This is the piece that fits into the Lortone tumbler. So you want to have this piece here, the thinner piece, on the top. And so this groove, and then the wider part. So like this. Okay? And I really kind of screw these down just to make sure it's nice and tight. The last thing you want is this to come undone and leak everywhere. Okay? From there, We're going to attach it right into this little bracket. And some of these Lortone tumblers are a little bit different. Just follow the instructions that they give you. Some just fit right in. They're good to go. So this fits into this little bracket. It is adjustable right here. So I've adjusted it all the way that way. So depending on how you're looking at this. So to my left, to your right. From there, we turn it on and we'll get it going. I plugged it in, we have this set up, and this is what it does. And this was what it will do for hours and hours and hours. So go have a cup of coffee, go build an addition on your house. This will be ready anywhere from 2 hours to 2 weeks. So it just depends on what you're doing. Most likely you're going to be having it in there for like 2 hours. Hey everybody, it's been about 8 hours and I've just let those rings just tumble in there. So let's take a look and see what we've got. So these look pretty good. You can see that they're nice and polished. Now there's still going to be some finishing work. I still have the sprue where the button was that I had cut off. So I have to clean this up. But what this does is it takes the whole ring and it kind of burnishes it so everything looks pretty good. And if there are any little porosity spots, it kind of just burnishes them down and makes it easier for the finishing process. So that's about it. So the next step would just be cleaning them up. Okay, here are a few rules for tumbling. Check your tumbler about every hour just to see how your pieces are doing. One thing to keep in mind, the more it tumbles, the more work hardened the metal is going to become, so you'll have to do some sort of annealing. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. I think that's about it. If your solution is looking like very kind of muddy or blackish, just it's probably time for some new solution. Rinse the steel shot. I use just a strainer and just rinse it under some water. Try to make sure that steel shot doesn't go down the drain, and you should have great luck. So I will put a link on the website for this model number for the Lortone if you're interested in checking that out. And that's about it. Happy tumbling.